All right, Pokemon fans. I mean, obviously, if you don't want to be spoiled, then click off the video, but still subscribe. Meltan, the newly discovered mythical Pokemon. I mean, this Pokemon has been floating around the internet, and I believe also on like Pokemon Go for like the past 3 or 4 days. But to be completely honest, I did not even consider this to be real when I first saw it. I mean, I think the name was just announced today or yesterday. And apparently it's a steel type, the Hex Nut Pokemon. And there was a trailer released today. And Professor Willow and Professor Oak were talking about it. And based off the dialogue, and I could be wrong here, but the way I took it was the fact that Professor Willow was telling Professor Oak that this was some kind of newly discovered Ditto or something like that, where the Ditto transformed into Meltan. So I'm assuming that, you know, the Ditto that he witnessed transforming wasn't a real Meltan, but a Ditto that had transformed into Meltan, because, you know, Dittos, if I'm not mistaken, at least from the anime, are only able to transform into things that they've seen before, and they transform based off of memory and stuff like that. So meaning that the Ditto that transformed into Meltan actually saw a Meltan before. And since this is in the Pokemon Let's Go games, I mean, I guess we can assume this is Kanto, where maybe a Meltan is or isn't native to Kanto. I believe maybe it's like a Gen 8 Pokemon. I don't know, but when I first saw it, I mean, literally the memes were floating around. Like, what was it? A mix between a Ditto, you know, like a little a hex nut, obviously, and then like an eyeball. Like, when I see the body, obviously I think Ditto. When I see the, you know, just the hex nut on top of his head and the eye, I just think Magnemite. And then it looks like it has like a little cord for a tail. I mean, when I first saw the picture, even before the trailers and everything a couple of days ago, I didn't think about it being a mythical Pokemon. When I first saw it, I was unimpressed, but then I remembered, like, okay, well, look at Beldum. You know, I believe, what was it, during the Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby games, you had the shiny Beldum gift that was given to you at the beginning of the game. And obviously we know Beldum evolves into the badass Metagross, and I figured, well, Beldum, as like simplistic but, you know, kind of cool looking in its first form, evolves into Metagross. I figured, well, this ridiculous looking thing might actually evolve into a badass, you know, metal goop monster or something like that. It kind of reminds me of Magikaio from Dragon Ball Super, and or even General Rildo. Well, at least I'm talking about the metallic part of his body that obviously looks like a metal Ditto. Now the fact that we know for sure is a mythical Pokemon, it makes me less likely to believe that it will evolve. So this is probably it. I mean, I don't have much to say about it because I said this in a previous video. I'm not going to get the Let's Go games because I don't even have a Switch, and I don't feel like investing that much money in kind of a Pokemon Go main series game fused together into one. I mean, I'm not complaining about the games. They just aren't for me. Maybe Black Friday, I'll keep an eye out on Switches to see how much they cost and go from there. But I mean, Meltan, you know, maybe they'll release another trailer in the near future telling us more about it, what kind of attacks it'll learn. I mean, I believe the Pokedex entry talks about electricity and energy, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's kind of like the clank from the Unova region, like where it's a straight up steel type, kind of like a Screw Pokemon or whatnot, like Gears. It's a pure steel type, but it can learn electric attacks too. Kind of reminds me of that. Can it learn Transform? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts. I mean, again, not totally impressive. I am glad we got some backstory on it. Like I said, when it first came out, I thought it was like a fake mon or a glitch or something like that, but it's a real thing. I'm not going to sit up here and complain about a lack of ideas, because obviously from Gen 1 to the present there have been lackluster Pokemon. So I'll just wait. I've gotten to the point when it comes to Pokemon, I'll just wait and see, because I don't want to go over here and rant, but then, oh no, it has an even cooler alternate form, or it can evolve or something along those lines. But let me know your thoughts on Meltan. What do you think about it? Are you buying the Let's Go games? And I'll talk to you all soon.